the one airline that changed the game for the whole industry.
This is George. He is a good little monkey and always very curious. One day, George got an important letter. He's built a rocket ship to travel into space.
Google, how far is Earth to the moon?
Moon is 238,900 miles from
The great moment had come. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back. Bill Vinovich is under the hood taking a look at shots like this one.
The problem with like that shot is you can't see the football. He's got to see something completely conclusive to overturn the call on the field. Now right there, when does Hester's knee touch the ground? At first, his knee's not on the ground and he's still driving.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Baltimore is charged with the first foul and the first challenge.
And he says it stands and not confirmed. The reality is you just couldn't see the football from any of those angles, and I don't see how Bill Vinovich could have possibly either confirmed it or overturned it, given the evidence in front of it.
So Baltimore down to 2 timeouts remaining here in the last 2 minutes of the first half.
Still a good challenge by John Harbaugh.
Denver with 10 first downs here in the second quarter to Baltimore's 1. This is Hester to the 33.
Again, though, what Denver is doing is they're running the football. That was their 17th run, and that really sets up the Manning play action.
Check. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Hurry.
Manning throwing off the hands of Demaryius Thomas. That'll stop the clock with 1:26 to play.
Oh, Demaryius Thomas really drove Kerry Williams deep. I mean, Kerry Williams is a good 3 or 4 yards behind Thomas, who did a great comeback. But the Manning throw was just too far to the outside, and Thomas not able to get it. That was a real missed opportunity for the Broncos.
3rd and 7.
Hurry. Set. Hang on, Sony. Rhode Island. 59 is Mike.
Ed Reed sitting back in center field, clear back at the 10-yard line.
Manning, lots of time and throwing over the middle, incomplete, batted down.
Well,
Terrell Suggs all over Jacob Hester.
Suggs in coverage again. Hester looking around for a flag. You know, Suggs, who really made his mark most of his career by crashing the quarterback in the pocket, showing his coverage skills here a little bit this afternoon.
And that will bring out Matt Prater. 133 total points during the regular season, 2 career 59-yard field goals, this one from 52.
Now, what wind we had earlier was blowing in his face as he attempts this. And that was a knuckleball all the way.
Kicking here in Denver has its advantages. Matt Prater, 15 out of 20 from 50 or more yards, but now 15 for 21.
Well, good snap. Colquitt gives him a good hold. And now Baltimore ends up with some really good field position. He hits the ground. Boy, he hit the ground way behind the football. I mean, he struck the ground a good foot behind the football. And now with 1 minute and 16 seconds, the Ravens find themselves with some good field position. And keep in mind, they only have 2 timeouts because they burned 1 on that challenge.
Joe Flacco with a minute 16 on the clock. Ray Rice in the backfield. Flacco dodging pressure, throws. Oh, what a catch made inside the 50-yard line by Anquan Bolden.
And sometimes there's no substitute for being a big, strong guy. And that's exactly what Joe Flacco is. That was one of the few times today that he was under duress in the pocket, and he stood in there and delivered a great pass.
Flacco throwing in that direction again, and the diving catch made on the far side of the field by Dennis Pitta. Remember we were talking with Anquan Boldin about catching the ball in cold weather, and he said you catch the ball with your eyes.
Yeah, and he says it makes no difference at all. You just do what you have to do. It doesn't matter what the temperature is.
First down now at the 32 of the Broncos. Flacco going to go deep down the sideline. Caught for the touchdown. Torrey Smith.
And again, Champ Bailey on the coverage. That was a fantastic drive by the Ravens. All right, Bailey looks back, finds the football, but look at Bailey. He's not able to react. Torrey Smith is able to pull up, stop his forward momentum, and come back and make the catch. And Champ Bailey just unable to stop his momentum downfield. Torrey Smith, the guy that athletically was able to come back and make that catch. How pretty is that?
The extra point is good, and with 36 seconds to play, we are tied again at 21. And Dan, this is amazing because all of our conversations with Champ Bailey, he was absolutely convinced that he could handle Torrey Smith. That hasn't been the case today.
Well, he was always talking about getting his hands on Torrey Smith at the line of scrimmage, disrupting his route, and after that, he's not much of a factor. Torrey Smith is just going wild here. 91 yards on 2 catches against Champ Bailey. And remember, he was wide open on another one where Joe Flacco overthrew him, or he would have 3.
A 59-yard touchdown catch in the first quarter for Smith. 32 on this one with 36 seconds to play in the half.
And again, kudos to this Ravens offensive line. They are giving Joe Flacco a really great look at things. And you don't see anybody come out with a whole new offensive line in the playoffs, and that's what the Ravens did. Or from left tackle to right tackle, Assembly from right tackle to left guard, Bryant McKinney from the bench to left tackle. They lost Ja Reed because of the toe injury, but man alive, are these guys playing some ball?
John Harbaugh said Bryant McKinney came to him and said, I want to play some more, and John Harbaugh said, practice better, and he did. There's offensive coordinator Jim Caldwell upstairs.
And you know, John Harbaugh challenged that play, and after that, you're going, well, it didn't work out for him. Here comes Denver, and then what a stand by the Ravens defense, and then wow, look at, bang, away they go.
Apparently the wind is kicked up down on the field.
Again, let's take a look at this Baltimore offensive line, and again, that's just, giving Joe Flacco, and with Flacco's arm strength, he doesn't even have to stride into the football to cover that much ground.
So now the ball is going to be held for Justin Tucker. Trindon Holiday will let this one go through the end zone for the touchback. Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Dan, Shannon, Boomer, Coach Bill Cowher in the warmth of the studio in New York for first half highlights of this game.
He says with much envy.
And they'll have all the latest NFL playoff news and information coming up on the Verizon halftime report. Well, for all the problems they had teeing up the football, the flags aren't showing any wind, but it is still very cold here in Denver.
Well, 36 seconds, 3 timeouts for Denver. How aggressive are they going to be? Not very.
Hester to the 21. And no No timeout is called. The teams will leave the field. It has been a first half of rebounding from a big play and hitting the other guy with a big play. 3 ties, 21-21, Baltimore and Denver. Ray Lewis going up against Peyton Manning for the last time in his great career. 21-21 our halftime score. We're back with the Verizon halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 47.
The Good Wife gets lost in translation.
Il y aura 3 membres au comité.
Objection. I don't speak French.
There's no objection here, Mr. Gardner. This is not law and order.
New episode CBS Sunday.
It's the biggest showdown of the season.
I can see right through you. You want us to think that you're untouchable. You're afraid of us, and you should be.
A New Mentalist, CBS Sunday.
Looking for big comedy? Then see why TV Guide says The Big Bang Theory just keeps getting bigger and bigger. The Big Bang Theory, CBS Thursday.
Don't miss the hit drama, Person of Interest. CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central.
If you brought home regular appetizers, you'd be sharing them by now. Taco Bell's new Loaded Grillers. Appetizer taste of spicy wings, tasty skins, and beefy nachos. Each just 99 cents and wrapped up just for you.
Have you been injured in an accident and need legal help? We come to you no matter where you are. Call the Ogle Rod and Burrell hotline at 546-1111 or go to KnoxvilleInjuryQuestion.com. Have your questions answered today. Knowing personal injury is what we do. It's how we help you turn your wreck into a check. Call 546-1111 or go to KnoxvilleInjuryQuestion.com. We come to you no matter where you are. Ogle Rod and Burrell. Let us turn your wreck into a check.
It's Toyota truck season, and people who know trucks know now's the best time to get a new Toyota truck or SUV. From the lineup with the best overall value of any brand. Get a great deal on a new fun-to-drive Toyota Tacoma. Get 0% financing for 60 months on a new 2013 Highlander. Or get a new 2013 Tundra with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 bonus cash. Toyota truck season ends February 4th. Don't miss your chance to save. Toyota, let's go places.
Lorena Estrada, weekends on VLT Local 8 News.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon.
And welcome back to our New York studios and the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm James Brown along with Dan, Coach Shannon, and Boomer. Joe Flacco hasn't thrown for more than 2 touchdown passes in a postseason game. He's got 2 in the first half. Boomer, you said aggressive play calling by Baltimore.
That's exactly what Jim Caldwell, the offensive coordinator, is doing, JB, right here. See the safety leave the middle, Champ Bailey one-on-one. Obvious game plan for the Ravens is to come in and to try to exploit this particular matchup. The younger, faster Smith against the older veteran, Champ Bailey, and he is winning. And Joe Flacco's had a couple of these. He misses right here. Yeah. A great opportunity. But how about this? Right before the half, a great adjustment by Torrey Smith. I'll tell you what, you got to keep it up if you are the Ravens.
You know, Boom, those are 2 big plays, but what moves the chains right now are the tight ends. They have 5 of the 10 completions have been to Ed Dixon and Dennis Pita right now, and I'll tell you, that's what moves the chains. That's what keeps ball possessions, and particularly if you throw on first down. Here again, the first time pass, if you're running the ball successfully, this will keep the chains going and keep ball possession in Baltimore's way.
And look at Peyton Manning. If you're worried about him throwing in the cold or throwing with a glove on, don't worry about that. The locations of these 2 touchdown passes were perfect. That one to Brandon Stokely was a double move. Look at Peyton Manning. Hold the safety, pump, throw it outside to Noshawn Marino. Another double move for a touchdown. Don't worry about Peyton Manning throwing in the cold.
If you look at the quarterback comparison, guys, it's been everything we thought it would be. Boom, you said Joe Flacco needed to play well, put the ball in his hand, and Peyton Manning, as you mentioned, Dan, he's not affected by the cold weather. I expect much of the same in the second half, but I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to have to change it up. They've been playing mainly cover 2, 22-man, man coverage, 2 deep safety. Peyton Manning is starting to pick it up. He's getting warm. Look out in the second half.
How about the Denver Broncos changing it up and getting Champ Bailey some help.
The weather is a feel like 0, 15 degrees, and it has to all enter into your thinking. This field goal was attempted from 52 yards, and on the prior kickoff, he didn't even get it to the goal line. Now, you say he hit the ground because he's trying to hit it harder. The ball does not travel as far. I think that was a poor decision by John Fox in trying that and giving that field position to Baltimore near midfield.
Chance to tie the game.
All right, the insight of a coach. Meanwhile, turning to the NFC playoff picture.
Well, you look at Green Bay and San Francisco there, and I think, you know, for Colin Kaepernick, the young quarterback, it's his first playoff game. It's going to be real important for them to get Frank Gore going as far as running the football in the first game of the year. Frank Gore ran for over 100 yards in that game. That'll be important to take a lot of pressure off this young quarterback.
Well, and you're picking?
I'm picking Green Bay.
I think I'm taking Green Bay. They get Charles Woodson back. I think he's a big factor blitzing. I think Clay Matthews on the defensive side also is a factor in rushing a quarterback. I like Green Bay in this game as well.
If Justin Smith was healthy, I would take the San Francisco 49ers. But what concerns me is Green Bay's inability to really stop the run, and they have a mobile quarterback. I got to go. I'm going San Francisco. I told myself I got to go San Francisco.
I'm taking Green Bay, and my son Gunnar and Holmes watches. Very happy right now. Clapping, way to go, Dad. But I got to tell you, Colin Kaepernick, you got to find Vernon Davis. You see what the University of Maryland football player Torrey Smith is doing today? Vernon Davis could do the same thing for San Francisco.
All right, little homer there. All right, let's go to our NFL Today insider, Jason Lockenfor, who has some news about Notre Dame head coach Brian Kelly.
Well, JB, we told you on the pregame show, sources were telling me he's strongly leaning to stay in school. He hasn't, in fact, announced Brian Kelly's going to stay at Notre Dame. So where do the Eagles go from here? Now, the third college coach has turned him down and stayed at school. Well, they've got Bruce Arians, the Colts offensive coordinator, Jay Gruden, the Bengals offensive coordinator. They'll interview with the Eagles this week. They have remaining candidates they've already interviewed, like Mike McCoy, who we're seeing with Denver here, Mike Nolan, who's Atlanta's defensive coordinator, Keith Armstrong, Atlanta's special teams coach, and Lovie Smith, guys, has also interviewed with the Eagles. So their dance card continues to expand, JB.
All right, thank you, Jason. Let's talk second half adjustments, starting with Boomer.
You know, I think if you're the Ravens, stay aggressive on offense. I love trying to exploit that matchup. And if you're Denver, you got to do something to help Champ Bailey going against Torrey Smith.
Well, you just basically got to tell the safeties, look, you got to stay home. Let the linebackers worry about the run game and the tight ends, because what's happening, they're bringing the safety down to take the tight ends away, and if Champ Bailey's playing outside leverage, they're running the deep post, and Torrey Smith is beating him.
Joe Flacco has been spot on, and I'm going to tell you, the only thing I'm concerned, Joe Flacco, we've seen him have the turnovers before. If he can stay and protect the football, get Ray Rice more involved, I like Baltimore's chances. They got to like where they're at right now.
And they have to start converting on third down, because they're 0-4 on third down. And Denver has not gotten any pass rush whatsoever. Von Miller and Doomerville got to find a way to disrupt Joe Flacco, make him feel uncomfortable in the
One thing to remember, 87 plays last week for the Baltimore defense. This is the second half. This is where the stamina question is going to show itself, or they're going to overcome it.
Shannon, you had some special insight about Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly was leaning heavily towards
the bank.
Thanks for watching the Verizon Halftime Report. We'll get you back out to the second half of the Ravens and Broncos right after this.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon.
Monday, CBS rings in the new with new episodes of your favorite comedies. Beginning with one hot new How I Met Your Mother. And after a special Big Bang Theory, go for broke with a new Two Broke Girls.
Duh amazing. Just a word I made up for when something's so amazing you're stunned and all you can say is duh.
Followed by a tasty new Mike and Molly.
It's herbal tea. It's like licking the bottom of a lawnmower.
A new year of comedy begins Monday.
Duh amazing.
Only CBS.
February 10th, CBS presents the greatest musical event on the planet. The Grammy Awards with superstar performers Rihanna, Fun, Mumford & Sons, and Taylor Swift. One stage, one night. LL Cool J hosts the Grammy Awards, February 10th, only CBS.
Didn't look like much. A bunch of guys running around in a pile of mud. So we introduced a few rules, just to keep the peace. Suddenly, we had a game on our hands. Then something more than a game. And so we swore to protect it. This thing we couldn't be without. So we'd have it forever. Learn how we're working towards a safer, more exciting NFL at NFLevolution.com.
over 60 million viewers already know True TVs and Practical Jokers is the most outrageous show on television.
Walk away and come back wearing nothing except your apron.
Sexy is my middle name.
Don't miss the Impractical Jokers. Go to TrueTV.com for more info and local listings.
Call Star NFL to get coverage of every NFL game on NFL Mobile from Verizon.
21-21, Baltimore and Denver at halftime. No shortage of big plays. Peyton Manning, 2 touchdown passes, 1 return for an interception. Joe Flacco, 2 TD passes. More to come. And we're coming back after this message and a word from the local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS, the home of Super Bowl 47.
How I Met Your Mother, Monday at 8, 7 Central, only CBS.
Who needs this modern world? I can live just fine out here without the road rage and boy bands. Of course, I might miss my Charter HD with football on ESPN and Walking Dead on AMC. Just ESPN, AMC, Shark Week on Discovery HD, and Comedy Central HD. But that's it. Except for HBO HD.
Charter now has over 100 HD channels and more brilliant HD shows on demand than ever. Get Charter HD for only $29.99 a month when you bundle.
It's huge, bigger than 2 football fields. Heated and all indoors. It's Boat RV's Winter Beach Party. Going on now.
Save over 50% of new and pre-owned travel trailers, outriders, pontoons, fishing boats, fifth wheels, Class A, B, and C motorhomes, toy haulers, ATVs, and more.
Get top dollar for your trade-in.
Bring the whole family.
Win big in our money machine. It's Boat RV's Winter Beach Party. Going on now. Don't miss it.
Coming at you this morning from 97.3 on your AM dial. Starting out with the morning.
A deal isn't a deal if it doesn't fill you up. The $5 Big Bag Lunch. New at Hardee's. The Jalapeno Turkey Burger. New at Hardee's.
Did you know that there are some amazing job opportunities in the trucking industry right now? Hi, I'm Barry with Tennessee Truck Driving School. With just 3 weeks of training right here in Knoxville, all of our graduates have been placed in a new career earning $800 to $1,000 a week plus benefits. And they can be home every weekend. Some are home every night. Why not you? Give us a call today and take the next step in your new career.
Tennessee Truck Driving School. Call 865-330-0035.
Watch Local 8 Sports with Daryl Hobby. Weekends at 6 and 11 p.m.
AFC Divisional. Baltimore Ravens.
Intercepted. Picked off by the Ravens.
Ray Lewis. Denver Broncos.
Down the sideline. Touchdown.
Peyton Manning.
Corner of the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Back in Denver, Baltimore 21, Denver 21 as we get set for the start of the second half. Greg Gumbel along with Dan Deerdorf. Easily the most surprising thing that's happened today has been the way Torrey Smith has been handling Champ Bailey, and you have to wonder what John Fox is going to do to what kind of an adjustment he's going to make.
Well, you're right. Torrey Smith has really been having his way with Champ Bailey. Right there, that last play, that touchdown, wide open again, and if that's a little better pass, that's a touchdown. I mean, he's got 2 touchdowns. The easy answer is to say, well, we rotate a safety over on top to help out Champ Bailey. Well, the whole basic concept of the Denver defense doesn't involve that. Champ is supposed to be by himself. I think what Champ Bailey has to do is help himself. He's got to get a better hit. He's got to stymie Torrey Smith at the line of scrimmage, which is what he said he was going to do before this game started.
Yeah, obviously it hasn't worked, and so far it's a 21-21 tie. Follow your favorite team all season long. Go to itunes.com/NFL. It is still a cold day here in Denver. The temperature is now 11 degrees and the wind chill is -1. And Denver will get the football first here in the second half. Trendon Holiday. will be able to run this one out of the end zone from about 4 or 5 yards deep. And right up the middle of the field. And there he goes! Holiday! 20-10, touchdown Denver! A 90-yard punt return. He follows that up with a 104-yard kickoff return to start the second half.
Oh, the pain John Harbaugh must be feeling right now. Trindon Holiday starts right, goes left, and then goes right back up the middle of the field. And once again, a lack of lane responsibility by the coverage unit of the Baltimore Ravens. And for the second time today, Peyton Manning, ready to come out onto the field, has to wait because of Trindon Holiday.
And John Harbaugh, an old special teams coach, must especially feel the pain.
Oh, how that's got to hurt. 5 feet, 5 inches tall, Trindon Holiday playing really big today.
The littlest guy on the field has made the biggest impression today.
Well, he's gotten some good blocking up front, but as you see, he didn't have to break any tackles on the way there. It's not like he steamrolled anybody.
Extra point is good. 14:47 to play. John Fox says, "You're my guy."
Today's business travel challenge, Change Fiasco. The other airlines versus Southwest. And they're off. Let's see what today has in store. Change flight to tomorrow.
That's not a problem on Southwest. They don't charge a fee when your plans change.
But the other airlines could hit them for $150 in change fees.
That's gonna sting his bottom line.
He's on board with no change fees. Business travelers win with Southwest.
Meet the new boss, your customer. The data she shares from comments, reviews, and social networks tells a company what to make, what it's made from, how it's shipped, and the way it's sold. Some companies are increasing sales up to 20% by using analytics to tailor experiences to the one person that matters most. That's what I'm working on. I'm an IBMer. Let's build a smarter planet.
Life should be equal parts responsibility and fun. Introducing the new Acura ILX. Move up without settling down.
Hey, babe. Who's that?
I used to live in this apartment when the 49ers won the Super Bowl. I used to watch every game from this exact spot. I didn't know what else to do. This is my lucky seat, man.
And you're just coming over now?
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.
We are all reflections of the people who came before us. At New York Life, everything we do is to help you keep good going.
It's a new year.
Who eats fish for breakfast?
And new resolutions.
I don't like my fish this way.
Well, nobody does. It's a horror show.
A new Mike and Molly Monday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
It is a genuine holiday celebration for the Denver Broncos. The fans, because of the cold weather, wasted no time going indoors at halftime. And look, they aren't back yet.
No, but they could hear it and probably feel it wherever they were in this stadium about the time that Holiday got to the 50-yard line.
28-21 Denver. And Jacoby Jones, who is the Pro Bowl kick